The world's truly a sick place. A woman asked me to find out what her husband was doing behind her back. It led me down a path of theft, harassment, and corruption at the highest levels. One man at the center of it all. One Tony Chase. A man stolen from his parents' mansions. Suffered many sexual assaults. Now has to contend with government officials at the highest levels. This is his story. When I started my investigation, I quickly found out that my client's husband was one of many people harassing Tony. To my eye, I saw a simple man. I couldn't figure out why they were so interested in poor Tony, so I did a little digging. I come to find that Tony has a very interesting history. One wrapped with murder, riches, and fame. So we'll start at the beginning of what I know. Tony's family tree. And who better to tell it than Tony himself?
I'm the son of Howard Hughes Sr. the First and Doris Duke Sr. the First, and of course I have to carry all the names of my mother and father and grandparents. I'm the owner of everything forever.
Doris Duke, a billionaire heiress, and Howard Hughes, an aerospace engineer with a filmmaking background. But that's not all. Tony on multiple occasions has alluded to a different father. One Walt Disney. It's unclear what the relationship between these three are at this time. Whether his father was Howard Hughes or Walt Disney, one thing's for sure. His mother was murdered in cold blood. And after a little digging, I couldn't believe the number one suspect.
Hey guys, doing this is very important in reference to the history of things. Somebody just communicated something about Diane Armadillo when she fell down outside my apartment door on the carpet in the hallway. They said Diane Armadillo was working for Frank, and they said Frank Sinatra was one of the men that was involved in shooting my mother when my mother got shot 9 times in Beverly Hills. Now, I own the properties of my mother and father. My parents gave me everything when they were alive. So when Frank trespassed into my property of my mother's mansion, Frank has to get prosecuted for the murder of my mother. They said that Frank was one of the gunmen, or he was one of the men that was with the men that shot my mother. And they said that Diane Armadillo was working for Frank, and Frank had told her to fake a fall outside my apartment or something as her way of stealing the $1 million that she was supposedly in possession of, possibly from Duke Farms in California.
With Frank in the game, the pieces were starting to come together. I just couldn't see the full picture quite yet. But that would change with another piece of Tony's testimony.
My mother had court cases against Donald Trump. He tried to claim he thought I was his child or something. There's even police arrest records. I guess he got arrested in Richmond, Indiana, for trying to claim to be my father. He was tied in with the Ray family, and Clinton was tied in with the Ray family too, I guess. I was held hostage in Arkansas. My mother had to rescue me. Her and Noah Dietrich went out there to rescue me before. And they tried to damage my teeth in Arkansas when I was there. They tried to steal my teeth too in Arkansas.
As you can see, it all fits like a glove now. It's so painfully obvious. Donald Trump and Bill Clinton kidnapped Tony as a child, claimed that he was Donald's son, and tried to steal his teeth. As an owner of many teeth myself, I understand. But it can't just be teeth. There has to be another reason why they're going after Tony. Something that they coveted of this man. But what could it be?
In reference to when I was born, my penis was over 10 inches long when I was born, the second I was born. Over 10 inches long, when I was born. Penis, people can go on YouTube and make, a video. My penis is over 41 plus inches, naturally, plus. And some people have seen it, some people have it on document. You know, I'm not allowed to shrink my dick. I'm not allowed to shrink or not allowed to sell any of it. Can't give none of it away, not never. My royal penis is my penis. My mother and my father's genetics. My genetics came from my mother and father. It's about protecting my identity and my real family history and my mother and father, you know. My mother and father always said, you know, don't let nobody steal your penis. Don't let nobody try to steal your wiener and things like that, you know.
Ah, but of course, it's his royal Wait, I don't think that's right. Alright, I'm gonna cut off the music right here. I'm gonna cut the character. I'm gonna talk to you guys face to face. Look, it's very clear that Tony's very mentally ill. Even though I find some of the things he says immensely funny and entertaining, I think I need to bring up that this man is in fact mentally ill. Do not harass him. Don't bully him. Unlike some of the other guys I talk about on this channel, Tony's actually a fairly good guy. And while some people might see his eccentric personality and take him as a fool, I really enjoy the guy. And he's already having some people harass him. As you can see by this video, someone stole his garbage
Somebody
can.
had stolen the trash dumpster here at the house. It was right there.
That's pretty messed up, and Tony's still suffering despite his eccentricness.
Oh, God. Mark.
So, from the bottom of my heart, guys, please don't mess with Tony. He already has people showing up to his house and knocking on his door. And it could really be one of three things. A troll op, whether it's the trolls themselves or just some Uber Eats. A homeless person who wants to shank him as soon as he opens the door. Or agents of the government, man. Now, where was I?
Other thing of importance in reference to penis size and balls. I was born with a big penis. It's documented since the day I was born. And I was born with medium or small balls. There are men in this world that have smaller balls than your German race or Middle Eastern Germans or whatever. The reason my balls are small is because that's the way they are. My father had small balls. My grandfathers had small balls too. Creations or falsifications for why you're burning somebody's balls, trying to say you thought they had small balls because you were burning their balls with satellites? That's not the reason why somebody has small balls, man. And what's the cause for your big, nasty Germanism balls?
Ah, that's right. Thank you, Tony. You see, Tony has an adversary. A man who lurks behind every corner and sees everything. The satellite man. He's the cause of all the bad things in Tony's life.
How you guys doing? This is important in reference to the fucking satellite man hitting me in the mouth. Now see the shower head? Fucking satellite man hitting me in the face all the fucking time. The satellite man needs to get the death penalty. The satellite man just communicated. He said he dared me to claim that I outranked him or something. Do you own Smith & Wesson or do I? Do you own Winchester or do I? Do I own the NRA or do you? Do I own military installations, weapons corporations in this country or do you? Do I own air fighter jet manufacturing and commercial jet manufacturing? Do I own car company manufacturing in America? Do I own farms in America? Do I own gas stations? Do I own 165,000 gas stations around the fucking world? Or is it you? Or am I the owner? Do I own John Deere tractor or do you? Do I own Freightliner or International or Peterbilt? Or do you? Do I own Mack Truck? What companies do you think I own? Do I own General Motors? Or do I own Lamborghini, Ferrari, Chevrolet? What do you own, motherfucker? Do I own Lamborghini?
Do I own Mercedes? Do I own BMW? What do you fucking own? Do I own the White House? Or do you claim you thought you owned the White House? You better go into court, you motherfucker! Why do you think they call me the son of Uncle Sam? Cause it was my family that loaned money to the American government! You fucking You better go into court, you motherfucker!
Very important. In reference to the satellite controller staring at me and hitting me in the upper lip, they were hitting me in the face in the shower. What you trying to say, man? You better go into court and draw on paper exactly what you think my teeth are supposed to look like. Your opinion is not my genetics. Your opinion is not any legal right of yours. My DNA and my teeth are my teeth. And I am warning you, you can get the death penalty, you dirty ass fucking faggot, pedophiliac, child molester, old dirty fucking faggot man. You and your fucking family can get the death penalty. You better stay the fuck out of my face with your goddamn satellite. You better leave me alone.
So in reference to protecting my teeth from the satellite man whopping me in the fucking mouth, I'm gonna eat some Whoppers. The satellite man does not outrank Whoppers candy. The satellite man does not outrank first world country status either, which I was born with first world country status.
I'm so close. I could see the ants. It's just right there in front of me. What am I missing? That's it. I figured it out. The missing piece.
I was wondering, these people, these Germans tried to steal sperm, or they tried to steal hermaphrodite eggs. All those men have to get arrested no matter what. Yeah, or Middle Easterners have to get arrested no matter who they are, that stole any sperm or genetics, or that raped me or physically assaulted me, or any of them that tried to do any of that. But you know, back to the point of my gynecologist, she needs to make a public statement about the abuses of these men and their satellite controllers terrorizing my life. If she wants to, you know, she needs to make a statement against these people, a public statement against these people terrorizing my life. And she needs to make a statement in reference to these men trying to steal my penis size. Since I'm a real hermaphrodite from birth, you know, my genetics are one of a kind in reference to my race and religion too. And the mix of race that I am in reference to my mother and father's genetics and my grandparents' genetics and family history. So, you know, in reference to these people that have tried to steal my penis size, my gynecologist, she knows how big my penis is supposed to be. She's, you know, my race too and ethnicity. So, you know, in reference to, and basically on Italian and French and Greek acknowledgments and Asian acknowledgments and European acknowledgments and American acknowledgments too. So, you know, in reference to my gynecologist, you know, she needs to make a statement against these people and their abuses of these men trying to rape me and the men trying to steal my penis. And, you know, there's diamonds in my penis and there's diamonds in my vagina too that my mother and father had put there. So in reference to the government sexually assaulting me, they have to get prosecuted.
After a little more looking around, I found out more about your husband. It wasn't hard. He had spread himself all throughout Tony's life. I'll go over his crimes now. Burning Tony's teeth, burning his balls, making him have diarrhea, making him burp, zapping his face, zapping his uterus, being in a conspiracy to steal parts of his penis, being part of a conspiracy to steal his eggs, raping him, spying on him, attempting to